Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be about the IS-4, and it is going to be one of those opinion changed videos. Now in my very first IS-4 review, it was, I did review the tank that it was a good tank because it is a good tank, obviously. It's an amazing tank, borderline OP, actually borderline broken, and back then, though, I actually hated the IS-4. I hated the tank so much. For some reason, I could not do well in it. I was horrible in the tank. I couldn't do well in it, and I just didn't like how you played it. I don't know what it was about the tank, but I just hated it. It wasn't fun for me. So I didn't really play it that much until probably about 2 months ago when I really started playing the IS-4 again because I needed to stat grind. So, I was like, I'll try the IS-4 again. Everybody does really good in this, and, they get good stats and stuff, so I was like, I might as well try it. And yeah, I love it now. It's amazing. I've raised my stats from, I had like a 30% win rate before to now like a 60% in it. Much better. Still climbing. It might be above 60% now, I don't even know. But it's much better than it used to be. And of course, that more accurately reflects the IS-4's capabilities, which is, it is an amazing tank. It is very good at what it does, which is, racking up that damage, great heat penetration, great armor, decent mobility for the armor profile. The gun is pretty good because it is just, a Russian gun. It's not like an amazing gun. It has no one amazing attribute, but all, pretty just decent ones. Decent-ish DPM, good penetration, fine accuracy. It all kind of combines into a not too shabby of a gun, which combined with, of course, the tank, the IS-4, which has amazing armor and not bad mobility, especially for the armor profile. It really combines into one amazing tank. And that's what makes the IS-4 so great, in my opinion. And it really does have strong attributes to it, like holding, going in, face hugging, side scraping. It all is very, very good at those. And it can allow you to win a game, which in most other tanks you would really not be able to win because of the armor profile of this. I would say that IS-4, probably besides the VK90, has the best frontal armor profile. I mean, maybe the mouse, you could argue, but the same thing with the mouse. When you switch to premium, you can pin in most tanks, you can pin the upper plate, you can pin the lower plate, you can pin the cheeks. In the IS-4, it really only allows you to pin that upper plate, which then, if you're using that turret in a face hug, you really can't actually hit the lower plate, the upper plate, sorry, because it's too low down to the ground in most tanks to actually hit, and that allows you to do face hugs with pretty much any tank, regardless of the pin, and unless they, get a nice aiming shot and they know where to shoot on the IS-4, they're really not going to be able to penetrate you. And that's something which you really can't do in the mouse because they can just pin your turrets. Same thing with something like an IS-7. You can pin the turret cheeks of an IS-7. Obviously, if you're wiggling enough in the IS-7, they're not going to be able to penetrate it. And as well, though, I'm pretty sure you can penetrate the whole of an IS-7 when you're in a face hug just because of the way the IS-7 is built compared to the IS-4. So yeah. All these things combined make the IS-4 an amazing tank, and I'm doing much, much better now in it, and I actually love the IS-4 now. So, like I said, I'm not sure what made me hate the IS-4 before. That's most of these situations where I used to hate a tank and I now love it. I don't know what made me hate it before. It really is something that I've kind of wondered, even back when I did hate it, I don't know what I hated about it. I just hated the tank for some reason, and it kind of confused me. I was like, literally everyone loves this tank. Why don't I love it? And I never really figured out, because I love it now, and I still don't know why I used to hate the tank. So yeah, IS-4, highly recommend this tank. It is one of the best out there. Definitely worth, grinding up the line and getting, even though it's not the easiest line to grind up. There's quite a few bad tanks in there. You have the IS-3, no, not the IS-3, the KV-3, KV-4, yeah, those aren't really the best tanks. They're not that much fun to grind through. And then a stock ST, a stock ST1 is just pain. One of the worst things in the game is playing a stock ST1. Trust me, it is not fun. You do not want to do it. I have a video, actually, a Make Me Suffer video or whatever, where I play the stock ST1 for 2 games. Yeah, it was rough. Not a fun thing to do. So, yeah, those are some hard, tanks to get through to grind this tank here. But it's worth it. When you get to the end, it is worth it. It was actually very disappointing for me when I did get the IS-4 because I grinded through all that, you know, very annoying stuff and all those bad tanks. And I got the IS-4, which I thought was going to be amazing, but I actually hated. But in the long run, it did work out, and it was definitely worth it because I do love this tank. Now, I mean, just look at the bounces he's getting here. I mean, like, what other tank does that so easy? Like, literally nothing. I mean, you could say the Maus or the VK90, but the VK90 doesn't have the same side armor as something like a IS-4, and then of course the VK has a hatch. As hard as it is, and cheeks as hard as they are to pin, does sometimes gets pinned. You are almost never pinned in the turret by in the IS-4. I mean, it happens sometimes. There are spots you can pin, but they are extremely. If you just wiggle your turret a little, I mean, extremely hard to hit, and it happens like 1 out of 1,000 shots, basically. Not that, I mean, a little more often than that, like 1 out of probably 100, 200 shots. It's not a reliable pin at all, much less reliable than trying to pin the turret cheeks of a IS-7. The only time really that you get pinned in the turret is when a Maus face hugs you, and since they're so tall, they can shoot down onto the top of your turret, and they can actually pin that. It's actually pretty easy to pin that way. Other than that, though, there's really no way to easily pin the turret of an IS-4. I mean, look at these battles here. I can't remember how much damage he pounced in the last one, but it was probably like 3k or so. Already up to 2k damage blocked in this battle, and almost 4k dill, and it's just so easy. That's the thing about the IS-4. It is so easy. This is why people hate when they come across an IS-4 double platoon. It's so easy to win in an IS-4, especially if you get some good players in an IS-4. It is extremely hard to beat them. I mean, very hard. And that is something that is a little annoying in the game when you get a double IS-4 platoon and they're sweating. Have to admit, I have done that before because, you know, when you're losing like 5-6 games in a row, you're just like, all right, I'm done. Go for that double IS-4 platoon and it fixes everything. And that's another thing about the IS-4. Double platoons of the IS-4 are amazing. Excuse me. Probably one of the better double platoons at tier 10 just because of how strong these tanks are. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the video. Just let this replay here run out. This replay is glitched for some reason. The battle counter says 0. I don't actually know how much time is left on this game. I was a little confused. I was like, it hit 0. I was like, wait, what? There's no, you know, I don't know. The replay's bugged a little though. Not sure why the counter says 0 up there, but it's gonna be a win anyway. I'll spoil it. It's gonna be a win. 1v2 win. Very nice game here. And of course the IS-4. So 0 seconds on the count, 0 seconds on the clock, and it is a 1v2. I don't really know how much pressure he has here because of course I don't know the time at all. I think he has plenty of time. Unfortunate miss there. It wasn't the IS-4, it was the player, because of course Rat's a noob. That's a joke. He's not actually a noob. He's pretty good. Gets a nice shot into the Kranvagn right there. No clue what this Kranvagn is doing. He is really not playing the Kranvagn like you should. Gonna get a nice heat shell into the Kranvagn side right there. Does take one, which unfortunately brings him down now to a one-shot to this grill. But the grill is, yeah, he's not that good. That's all we're gonna say. He is not the brightest of players. He kind of is not the brightest. Anyway, he loops around the entire map to come around on the side of the IS-4, which, why would you do that? Why did you not just rush together with the Kranvagn? The Kranvagn is a two-shot to the IS-4, and the grill is a one-shot. The grill is a one-shot. So if you just rush, grill can maybe get taken out, you know, or the Kranvagn takes one. Either way, either the Kranvagn gets shot once and then finishes off the IS-4, grill comes in there, finishes off a shot, or the grill gets killed, IS-4 is on a reload, and the Kran can just clip him out. You know, either way, it would make an easy win against the IS-4 here, but instead he decides to split up, loop around the entire map, come around on the other side, and die. That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, not sure what the grill was thinking there. Definitely not a very smart play at all, but it did fortunately allow our guy here, excuse me, to get a nice 6k or so win. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll let this replay run out here. See you in the next one. Bye.